hundreds of thousands of people that travel this road each and every day are now so thankful that it will be open tonight.
The Parkway East set to open 1 week ahead of schedule today. State and local leaders confirmed the early finish, saying the Parkway East will reopen beginning at 8 tonight. It took 17 days for crews to replace the old Commercial Street Bridge with the new one, starting with the demolition of the old bridge. And following a week of final preparations, PennDOT initiated that boom of the old Commercial Street Bridge mere feet away from where the new bridge stood at the ready. Following the blast, crews got back to work and slid the new 22 million pound bridge right into place before anchoring it and paving the way for the Parkway East to be reopened. Tonight, we have team coverage of the reopening. Lauren Linder has reaction from communities impacted by the detour traffic. But first, let's go live to Chris Hoffman. He covered today's announcement. Chris.
Ken, it was high fives all around for the elected leaders talking about the new Commercial Street Bridge. For most of the day, they've been doing some finishing touches. They were doing some line striping. We just saw crews come through with what looked like something to kind of clean up all the dust. And that's some of the work they're going to be doing before drivers get to drive eastbound or outbound at 8, with the westbound or inbound side opening about an hour or two later. Yeah, this closure was something so many people had feared. It was talked about, this is going to be about 25-day closure. They got it done in 17 days. Now, there was the fear of what would that traffic look like? You got 100,000 drivers that come through this stretch of the Parkway every single day. You're now pushing them to other highways like 28 or the Turnpike. You're pushing them into Regent Square and into Squirrel Hill. Now, but there's certainly delays, absolutely. Neighbors saw bumper-to-bumper traffic at certain points, but it never reached the true nightmare that everyone feels. And local leaders, they applauded, as well as state leaders, applauded how quickly this got done. Because this 17-day closure, the alternative was a 4-year project, which would have been many more detours there, many more days of potential bumper-to-bumper traffic in residential neighborhoods, people creating their own routes, or even other highways, again, like the 28 area, or down into Homestead, where we saw a little bit of the complications when the big boy came through on the first day of the closure. Now, this was 7 years in the making. That's why local leaders and state leaders said it went so smooth. And PennDOT leaders as well. They say it went so smooth because for 7 years, they meticulously planned this out so that it could go so smoothly. Now, the last thing about this, Commercial Street itself there, you see at the bottom there, that's still closed. That will reopen next week, August 3rd, so a week from today. Still got to clean up. You can see some of the debris there. That opens in a week. So just a couple hours, the normal traffic we see and the standstill before and after the tunnels will be a welcome sight once again. Live above the Parkway East, Chris Hoffman, KDKA-TV News.
It will for sure. Thank you, Chris. And with the reopening, the Parkway East detour routes should be returning to normal traffic levels. But for now, here's where things stand currently for detour drive times. Tonight, we're following breaking news. The closure of the Parkway East is nearly over. Today, after state officials, local officials announced the road will reopen in just a few hours. PennDOT says the plan is to open the outbound lanes around 8 tonight. The inbound side will reopen an hour or two later. The contractors stand to receive a $2 million bonus for getting the work done ahead of schedule. And this early reopening looks to be a big relief for many of the people who are at the mercy of the Parkway detours and all the traffic that came with them. KDKA's Lauren Linder continues our team coverage now with reaction to the news.
People living here in Swiss Helm Park tell me while they're excited that the new Commercial Street Bridge is opening early, they just want to see these signs come down and that the street itself reopens. The sounds of construction on the Parkway East have echoed in Vicki Ann's backyard for nearly a month, and she and her neighbors have been hearing them at all hours of the day.
It's been loud, it's been smelly, it's been dusty.
But after PennDOT crews blasted the old Commercial Street Bridge and slid in the new one, they're ready to reopen the Parkway a week early.
We're happy about the Parkway and being able to get on at different ramps now and getting off hopefully at Braddock Avenue without too much confusion anymore.
The thing is, they're not exactly done yet with the noise, smells, and detours, as workers are not prepared to reopen Commercial Street under the bridge just yet.
You got to remember, all that debris fell onto Commercial, and they cleaned out where the footers were from the new bridge first. That was their priority, and then everything else is secondary.
Even though the Parkway didn't close until July 10th, Commercial Street closed June 29th. It's been taking an extra 10 to 15 minutes for Yan to get to work downtown since then.
That's our lifeline versus the Parkway. That gets us to everything faster and less aggravation.
Yan just prays crews get the street reopened as expected.
The bridge is great, and I'm looking forward to seeing a beautiful new bridge when we drive down underneath it to go to work once Commercial's open.
PennDOT leaders say they hope they can get the road cleared up and open by August 3rd. For now, reporting from Swiss Elm Park, Linder, KDKA-TV News.